Alright, it is July 11th, 2015. Sun's just starting to come up on this Saturday morning, so it seemed like a good time to do a full garden tour. Alright, let's start it off with the San Marzano on the side of the house that the wife planted. That one is doing really well since it was first put in the ground. A little cactus pad I got when I was down there in I forget. I think that was Colorado. I grabbed that. Alright. This one here. This is the indigo rose that I planted right before I left. Considering how it started out, it's doing pretty good. Got a little bit of leaf curl there. And it gets wet here. And a little patch of basil next to it is doing good. Also, right next to it, this whole area here, I seeded with basil seeds yesterday, so we'll see what happens there. Alright, off to the other part of the garden. Okay, grapevines. I had to put up some crazy fence in here the other day. Mr. Bunny decides that he likes snap peas, and I planted these before I went on vacation, and they were doing pretty good until Mr. Bunny found them. And, after that I bought some bunny fence. So, but the grapevine has recovered wonderfully. Okay. This grapevine, not so much, but I think that's because it's competing with the peas. But my snap peas in this bed are doing pretty good. I'm going to plan on another bed hopefully this weekend or next. Put some bunny cage on it. Okay. I also planted 3 tomatoes. This one here is a black friar, which is doing really well. I've got the bottoms knocked out of these pots. Then in the middle, I have an indigo rose. This one, once again, the leaf curl with this particular variety, so I don't know what's up with that. Maybe it's just that plant. And then on the other side of the roses, I have a black Korean cherry tomato. Okay, moving on. The kale bed is doing really crappy as far as kale goes. I threw some just straight up compost. Topped it off yesterday. We'll see if that picks it up. Barrage is doing good. Basil's doing pretty good. Cabbage doing pretty good. Kale, not so good. Cucumbers starting to come up. They are doing well. Okay. They're doing real good. Go around the back side. Those are doing pretty good. Okay, now over to the melon bed. The melon bed is doing pretty good, I guess. It's doing better than melons in the past, so I'm not going to complain. Luckily, I have some organic fertilizer, just in case it needs it. Barrage, once again, is doing good in these beds. And I think that's cucumber there. Then we get into a couple of those French melons, and then my yellow gem watermelons. Barrage kicking butt. Next to that, the pepper bed. And I'm kind of iffy on the peppers. They're doing okay, but they're slow to get going. Except for that baby right there. That's the one that I did with the combination of biochar. And that one is doing really well. Especially compared to the other Kelly Wonder and just compost. I'm going to pull them over and do a little comparison right now. Now, to the other side of the yard, by the garage. The giant Cape gooseberries, doing okay, but those little three-striped potato beetles are kicking their butt. This is a Wonderberry right there. I think I'm going to yank that out and give the space to, yes, Mr. Tomatillo. Still going crazy. I was wrong about all of these things, little balls on top being buds or peppers. Those are actually the flower buds, or tomatillos. Those are actually the flower buds. Okay, check out those two peppers compared to each other. Right there, the ones for the barrages. Those are both the same pepper, except the one, this one right here, that's the Cali Wonder. Look at the difference in those two plants. That's because of biochar. Okay, here we are in the back at the main ground cherry bed. It's doing pretty good. Looks a little pale. I'm going to be boogie brewing it tomorrow. Hopefully that'll pick it up. I haven't done that in a couple weeks. Over there we have the one tomato bed, the Coyote cherry tomatoes. 1, 2, and 3. They are not doing that well at all. I don't know if it was all the rain or what. I cleared a bunch of dead leaves out of there. So boogie broom and see if they pick back up. The same bed, we got a couple of San Marzanos that are doing well. Not as well as I would like. So once again, we're going to hit it with some boogie brew. Okay, now the cabbage that I had over there catching water, that was doing pretty good other than some bug damage. You know about the girls. The test batch. Now let's do this side of the tomato bed too. Okay. San Marzanos are doing pretty good. I'm getting some good tomatoes on there. On the side of the house they should do well. But like I said, once again, these Coyote tomatoes, I'm getting tomatoes on there, but yeah, I don't like the way it's working. I got to do some work on that one. Okay, like I said, there we go. And the biochar bed, I should say earth boxes, just screaming right along. Put a larger board up on top. I'm gonna put it up almost at the very top and string like 4 or 5 strings across and try and pull these up a little bit more with some better support. But they are just going crazy, especially this one here. Seabird guano, that is the winner as far as I'm concerned. It's killing. Alright, bed number 5. I finally got those other 2 tomatoes out of there, and I transplanted them back in what was going to be the carrot bed. So now we got 2 more sweetie organic tomatoes back there. Okay, the peppers in the bags. They're doing okay. I know peppers are slow to start, but here's my little comparison. If they do any better in the 15 compared to the 7. So I would say, yes, they're doing a little bit better in the 15. Those are supposed to be Cubanelles. This one here, I think, is a Carmen, but I'm not absolutely sure. That could be a Cubanelle too. I'm going to have to check my notes. This one is a Carmen pepper. I've already had a couple peppers off of that, and they're pretty good. Another Carmen pepper next to it. I've also got a sugar snap pea in that one. This one here is the cherry bomb peppers, and we're getting some good peppers on there. They're coming out pretty good. These are the jalapenos. Once again, we got some peppers on there. This is I think this is the perfect example, best example of the difference between the 7-gallon pot and the 15. You can definitely see that one in the 15-gallon pot is bigger. I'm guessing because it has more root room. So, duly noted. This thing here was the top of the tomatilla plant that broke off, that was doing okay. I don't know what happened to this. It just went to crap. So, I'm going to pull it and plant something else in here. But the basil's doing good. Maybe I'll make this an herb bed. Okay, the very back row. That is that Triumph tomato. And this thing is just, it went nuts when I was gone. Okay, it's streaming all up here. It's coming down. It's laying on the ground. I gotta put some kind of stuff up to get it up off the ground a little bit. This is the straight compost bed too. Compost with rock dust, I think. This plant right here is a coyote cherry. And this one is going absolutely berserk. So I don't know if it's because it's got a deeper bed and the roots didn't flood out as much, but this one's doing really well. Next to it, I have this one right here, being taken over by the coyote, is an indigo rose. Next to that, we've got a ground cherry, and I see one of those bugs. And that bug right there, those are the things that are kicking ass on my plant, so I'm going to kill him in a second. I see another one back there. Another ground cherry, just going crazy over there. That's a part of, I'm not sure what plant that broke off that I stuck in the dirt, and it's rooting. So I think it's one of the ones from the biochar beds. Wonderberry. A couple of peppers here, which I'm not sure. They're not doing too good. And then once again, sweet tomatoes. Okay, so. Alright. Fat Boy Chef Timmy signing out. Oh, one more, the grapes. Wine grapes? We got one bunch on there. They're not really good eating anyways. But the Concords are doing well. We have several bunches on there. Several. Got them all over here. So I'm very happy with the way that this turned out. Very happy.